What's happening, guys? This is N64 Josh, and I had somebody tweet at me and say, hey, can you make one of these and tell me what you think of the Xbox Scorpio? Well, okay, that's what I'll do. So, Xbox Scorpio, looks like it's going to be super powerful. That's awesome. If you've got 4K everything and you need 60 frames a second everything, this is going to be your machine. The president of Xbox, Phil Spencer, has said if you don't have a 4K TV and setup, you may not need this thing. But if you want everything running the best it possibly can with the highest resolutions and the best textures and all the ultra settings, this is going to be the machine for you. My only question is, what games are we going to play on this thing? I feel like Microsoft's kind of not telling us what's coming out. We got games like Crackdown 3, which that's going to be for some people, but not necessarily for everybody. Cuphead looks cool as a little indie game. But you're not going to need the Scorpio to run that game, that's for sure. Sea of Thieves? Hey, I love Rare. I'm a big fan. I've been a fan of Rare ever since I was a little kid and didn't even know they made some of the games that I liked so much. But I don't know that that game's going to be a big system seller. Again, just my opinion, of course. But where are the games for this machine? What are we going to play? Halo doesn't quite hold the weight it used to. Halo 3 sales versus Halo 5 sales, big difference. Big difference. Because a good portion of the people that were playing on 360 are now playing on PlayStation 4. This isn't good for Microsoft. So what does Microsoft do? My suggestion, my opinion on this is they need to come out with lots of games. Because if they don't start coming out with a lot of games that people want to play, and have some exclusives that are really going to draw people back, they may slowly fall to third place behind the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 4. Are we going to start having conversations like people did about Nintendo, where they said, oh, they just need to make games, they should put Halo on the PlayStation and Halo on the Nintendo Switch? I don't know. Should they put Gears of War on PlayStation, that kind of stuff? I hope not. I hope not. I want to see Microsoft as strong as ever. I want to see Sony as strong as ever. And I want to see Nintendo as strong as ever. Because the competition is good for us. It keeps costs down and it keeps them pushing to be better. And that's, as the consumer, that's what we want. We want a better product continually being brought to us. What's interesting about the Scorpio is I feel like they did what a handful of people said Nintendo should do, and that is make the most powerful system for the living room and have it just be just the machine that's better than everything else. But without the games behind it, what good is it? What good is it? Nintendo went the route of, hey, we're going to make something that's easy to develop for, that it's a low cost to get into people's hands, and we're going to put indie games there, and we're going to put our own games there. And now third parties are jumping on board because they're seeing how well the sales are doing, and it's working out for them. They didn't need the most powerful system. So is the most powerful system going to save Microsoft? My gut feeling is that there's a lot of people that have PlayStation 4s and PCs and they can get the Xbox games there. So Xbox game sales, you know, they technically have two markets, the PC market and the Xbox Scorpio, Xbox One. But is the Scorpio, like if you're a PC gamer, you probably don't need the Scorpio. You're already running the highest and best stuff. I mean, typically, at least that's the goal. And if you're just a console gamer and you don't have 4K TV, I don't know. I wonder who this machine is for. Now, maybe we're going to just see that the Xbox One just slowly fades out and this is going to be their main machine for the next 6 years. But they've even made mention of like the console generation cycle going away. It's just a really interesting time, and you know, I'm talking with Brian Destinat about this kind of stuff, and he's kind of like, I'm kind of worried, guys, about Microsoft. I feel like this is their last ditch effort to try to keep this thing going. Maybe that's the case. Him and I will talk about it extensively, probably on the Lootcast. So, you know, it's a really, really interesting time, and hopefully this thing, look. I want to see this succeed. I want to see Halo get back to where it was. Like, I'm a Halo fan. I love that game. But it's lost the magic that it had in the Bungie days. So at the end of the day, I want to see this thing succeed. Hopefully at E3, all three companies come out with guns blazing, and we have the best E3 we've had in a long time because of the amount of games we find out that are coming out. And hopefully coming out this year that are launching with the Scorpio for Xbox. Nintendo, they still have their work cut out for them. Yeah, we know a handful of first-party games that are coming out and some indie games. We need to see the third-party games. Is anything going to drop this year? I don't know. I don't know. And Sony has done a great job of every year saying, here's some games that are coming out, but they're usually a few years down the road. And so we see that game shown for the first time, you know, last year. We'll get a little more showing of it this year, and then maybe it'll drop in the holiday or drop early next year. And Microsoft needs to do the same thing. They need to show us games 2 to 3 years out. Nintendo, it wouldn't hurt to do the same thing, just so that we can get excited and get hyped for what's coming, because there has to be reasons to buy the Xbox Scorpio and the Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation's just kind of knocking it out of the park. So who's the Scorpio for? That I'm not really sure. If you want to be just bleeding edge and have the latest and greatest, then the Scorpio will be for you. I need to see games. I'm slowly becoming less interested in the exclusives that Microsoft has, and it bums me out. It bums me out because most of, if not all of my online friends are on the Xbox. You know, that's where I've met a ton of people, made some really good friends, and I want to see that kind of stuff continue, but they got to start giving us some exclusive games that people really want to play and that people really enjoy and that they get hyped for. So hopefully they can do that, and hopefully the Scorpio is going to be the machine that everybody wants to have, so that they can get back into the fight like they were with the 360. We'll see. We'll see. What do you guys think of the Scorpio? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.